So my question is, how important does emotion play when it's dealing with, as far as free will and destiny?
And so one of the things that's really important to understand in the grand scheme of all of that, because you asked about the idea of the definition of emotion, is that emotion is ego. Emotions are basically defined as tools, just like choice is a tool to navigate destiny. Emotions are a tool to navigate ego, to either open or close ego. So think about your energy in your body, like the chakras that go from the top of your body to your bottom. Think about that and look at that as nothing more than each of your chakras is nothing more than an organ, like in your body. And energy is nothing more than blood flow. So you have blood flowing to your body and you go, okay, what happens if I cut the circulation in my arm? I lose my arm. What happens if I cut the circulation in my head? I basically die, right? Like my brain stops working. What happens if I cut the circulation in my heart? I die. So we have to get to a place where we understand that the flow of energy defines the experience we have in the space. However, the flow of blood defines our existence in space. There's always two paradoxes, your soul and your body. Your body is defined by blood, your soul is defined by energy. The same as in destiny theory, you have the theory itself, right? You have the destiny and then you have the free will. So what I'm saying is everything is always driven into two. The free will is human, the destiny is basically subconscious. So what I'm saying is, again, everything is defined into two entities, your existence here and your existence there. And when you understand that your existence here is defined by your blood flow, you also understand that you cannot cut your arm off, and survive that, and you'll bleed out, you basically die, right? And the same thing can be done where you can't cut out your heart and energy to your heart and expect yourself to have a great experience through your cycle without ever opening your heart. So each of these chakras in your body is basically closed. And what is closed by is what you call your ego. So your ego is the connecting mechanism that basically separates your existence as a human and your existence in the subconscious. That ego protects your energy because your energy doesn't know how to expand or contract. It doesn't understand why it's in a body. That's why you're not conscious, right? And part of becoming conscious is opening all your energy and becoming energy and understanding that you are not a blood form, you are energy. But to understand that, you have to have all chakras open and aligned. So what happens is you go through your life with experiences. You get smart, your brain, right? Like starts to learn things. So the ego opens this mechanism in front of your brain and goes, energy is going to your head, knowledge is going in, right? Then he goes, well, there's ego around each of your chakras. And basically how emotion works is the emotion you have is one of these quick openers that either opens, like you fall in love. You open your heart, right? So you open that ego and you go, I just love, right? Now, if you don't know how to love, because you've opened your heart too early, what happens? You get hurt. And then that emotion comes in and you close your ego. And you go, whoa, that was painful. So the ego goes, well, that emotion, I don't like pain, right? Pain is not comfort. We like comfort, right? The body likes comfort, the soul needs progress. So this is the conflict that man has, light and shadow. The shadow's comfort, the light is progress. So it's like, oh, wow, you were hurt, that girl broke your heart. Boom, closed. I don't want to feel that pain anymore. So the ego now comes in front of the heart and goes, energy won't flow there anymore. I'll absorb this pain so you can survive it. So what happens is you go, well, yeah, that's comfortable now. And you fall victim to the shadow. You go, I ain't ever going to love again because these girls are crazy. Like they're just they're taking advantage of me, right? So you go, I'm going to close my heart, I'm going to be cold, and then they're going to do whatever I tell them to do my way. So then that's what happens right there, right? So what happens is your ego blocks this energy. But here's what happens. It's the same as your arm not getting blood. It slowly falls asleep and it slowly loses its function because the point of the heart, the point of every one of your chakras is not to protect you from the experience. It is to overcome the experience. So pain and suffering is the guideline to getting more conscious because it is the discomfort that you need to progress. Because when you're in a place of suffering, you seek a place of peace. That is why man is never at peace. He's always at war because man that is always at war is always seeking progress. That's why man always wants more. That's why man doesn't know how to settle. And that's progress. So the point is, when your body is basically like saying no, I don't like the pain, you have to use emotion to open that and say, feel it, own it, and overcome it. Don't hide from it. And then you have to be able to maneuver through the experience of love, loss, and love again. And this is the part most people don't. They go through love, loss, and they get stuck behind loss. And they go, loss is too painful. I'm just going to not experience that again. And that's how then they relinquish their experience of love, and they forever keep their chakra closed. And as a result, they become 40 years old. They're like, nobody's worthy of my time. This is the single life. This is better. So they justify their failure as a human being. And regardless that it's your heart, your brain, or anything else, they hide the fact that they're incompetent around progress, and they've fallen victim to comfort and never change. Yet some of us do. We're older, we realize, you know what, I fucked up, I need to change. And we open that ego and we go, I'll take the pain. That's how you have 40-year-olds that suddenly start businesses and they hit the ground running and they go, I was an idiot 40 years of my life, but it's not too late, right? Like, I have time. Because they understand time differently. Once they accept that, they go, it's not too late. I have energy now. I'll do it now. You know, my circumstance won't prevent me from evolving. And that's what ends up occurring. So most people don't seem to understand that the flow of energy through your body needs to exist as a whole to give birth to your final chakra. And the reason this is important, because as you undergo this destiny theory and you're evolving, the energy is coming.